Commanders, and welcome to part 6 of the Rise of Austria series. Today, in today's episode, we are going to understand more what is going on in this world, what is going on in this game, and we will especially understand our situation in this map. Meanwhile, I started the mobilization of my experienced captain, the naval officer that I called the Sin of Wrath. I annexed 2 coastal cities in Italy to be able to make navy from them. The navy I am going to make, for starters, they will be cruisers and the naval officer. You can see that I am already upgrading my cruiser to level 2 and my naval officer to level 2. I need to have a decent navy as soon as possible because being an internal nation, being a non-coastal nation is going to give me a huge setback about navy. And look at this, guys, the threat is at our doors. The American coalition has started his expansion outside of the Americas. Now Cuba has already taken all of the Britain Kingdom and also half of Spain. United States has started his expansion in Asia. Canada has started his expansion in Norway. You can see there from the Con News, it says everything. That Canada and Cuba, they came to Europe, Brazil going to Africa, and United States is going to Asia. This coalition is going to rule over all the world. So here, yeah, things they are getting serious and serious day by day. Especially that also I have good and dangerous neighbor, which is Syria. Syria is very close to me. Syria has already taken majority of Poland and eastern of Europe, so this makes him a very bad neighbor that I do not like him to be there, and undesired neighbor. Also his ally Turkey is near to us. I am trying to figure out what I am going to do in the next days and what is going to be my next move, because meanwhile, I do not know who is going to be my ally, who is going to be my enemy, and who is going to be my friend. Should I side with the Middle Easterns? Should I side with the Americans? Should I side with the Africans? Or like usual, make some schemes, trigger wars between them, and eat them all? But I know it's going to be a complicated situation here because this time, like all times, we are not playing against inactive players. We are not playing against, let me say, wasted players that they do not have teamwork and they are not that good and that experienced. Here, when I see that Cuba is already taken all of the United Kingdom, Spain and Canada has already landed in Norway, and especially Norway is active player and having decent navy, now I start taking this game seriously. Well, I am annexing the city of Limassol, which is going to be a very important city for me because she is at the gate of Syria. Also, I'm annexing the city of Hamburg, which is to the north, electronics city. Now I need to focus mainly on electronics and components to be able to make a decent navy. This is why I started the annexation of these kinds of cities that producing electronics and components. Also, I'm going to buy all the electronics available in the market. And I'm going to start spamming the navy. My first cruiser is ready, my naval officer is ready also. I'm going to upgrade them also to level 3. I need to upgrade my cruisers to level 3 ASAP because I'm going to need the range of 100 quickly. Also, I'm upgrading my recruiting officers to level 3 to be able to reduce the mobilization time of the cruisers and get as much naval units as possible in a short time. But as expected, I am going to suffer with components. I already used all of my reserves in my inventory. This is why this is a good call for more expansion. I'm not going to let Cuba take all of Europe in front of my eyes. I'm not going to let him do that. So this is why I'm going now to start the invasion of France. France that is taken by part of the United Kingdom, another part of the Rogue State, another part of Spain. So now I'm going to take my share of the western side of Europe. I'm not going to keep watching. I need more components, I need more resources. This is why the best way to get more resources, the best way to have a decent economy, to expand, to take more lands, to conquer more lands, which is very important, boys. Okay, like usual, I start with airstrikes, later on I carry on with the invasion with my motorized infantries and National Guards. Has proven to be one of the best strategies against AFK nations or rogue states, etc. to use your air force on them. If you are playing versus decent enemy that is using anti-air, never ever send your air force in the first place. Never do that, because you are going to lose them before even starting the war. So you should always know how to use your air force. This is what I was speaking about Canada, that already taken over the majority of Norway. Brazil and United States, they are the first ones. I am the third one in solo. This is Cuba inviting me to the American coalition. This is Syria inviting me to the NATO coalition, which is the Western coalition. And these are the Africans that are inviting me to their coalition. I have to remind you guys that in the game now there are 3 main coalitions. Whoa, look at this, boys. This is Syria. Syria made an aircraft carrier with naval strikers on it. Whoa, I did not actually expect this from Syria so quickly in day 18, making an aircraft carrier. Whoa. That's a good surprise. I like it. I like it to see enemies using aircraft carriers and naval aircrafts. This is so good to see, boys. Well, this series is getting more interesting by time, more exciting. I'm in love with it. I like it when I am in a very tough situations. I love it when I am in a very hard position. I do not like easy games. I do not like easy solo wins. I like it when it is hard, boys. This is the American coalition. Looks like they added Vietnam as their 5th ally. Well, they invited me. I did not reply, so they replaced me. Now everyone is inviting me to their coalition. Like I said, the Americans, the Westerners, the Middle Easterners, and the Africans. Well, let's see what the next days they are hiding for us, because like usual, our main goal is solo win. So 100% we are not going to join any coalition of them, because joining coalition, that is no more a solo win. In this case, I'm going to use, like usual, my diplomatic skills to stall them, to trigger war between different coalitions, to keep myself safe, to keep the more important thing, when you wage war, when you open a front, never keep your other front, your back, unprotected. This is one of the first rules in Conflict of Nations World War III. Never start 2 different fronts at the same time. This is what I love about strike fighters. They annihilate rogue states like papers. They eat them up so fast. I love it. Whoa, there is a naval radar in the English Channel, boys. Who is this? Let's have a look. Maybe it's passing by infantry, maybe it's a ship. But let's have a look here. Who is there?
Standing back for order.
I'm gonna need more ships. Because, well, looks like everyone is surrounding me from all the sides. I have on my east Syria and his coalition. I have on my west and north America and his coalition. And I have on my south in Africa, the African coalition. So here, to be able to protect myself, I need to make as much navies as possible and make a naval blockade, a naval wall all around Europe. I need to do that. Situation here. Kazakhstan also is there. He belongs to the coalition of Turkey and Syria. Well, that is a Cuban destroyer, level 4 destroyer. Like expected, the Americans, they possess a decent navy. Yeah. Whoa, okay, that was expected, of course. Anyone is going to play with Cuba, the first thing he is going to think about is navy. I'm not surprised at all. Also, I saw that he has naval bases level 3. Well, we are at the end of today's episode, boys. Let's meet in the next one and see what will happen. See you guys, and bye-bye.